Begin on your back, knees bent, feet are flat on the floor. Arms are by your sides. On your next inhale, lift your arms over your head and reach them behind you. See if the backs of your hands can touch the floor. It's okay if they don't. As you exhale, bring the arms back down towards your sides. Again, inhaling, arms lift, reach them back, feel the ground with the backs of your hands. And exhaling, arms come back down. The movement of your arms follows the cadence of your breath. Do about 5 more repetitions here. When your arms are at your sides, lift your legs towards the sky. Feet are aligned over your hips. Squeeze the inner legs together and point your feet. Now lift your arms over your head, hands aligned over your shoulders. Your arms and your legs are perpendicular to the floor. As you breathe in, lower your legs and arms together. Allow your feet and arms to hover above the ground. Pause here. As you breathe out, lift the legs and arms to the starting position. Again, arms and legs are lowering as you breathe in. Squeeze the legs together, feel the shoulders press against the floor. Pause here. Breathing out, arms and legs lift. Everything lowers down on the inhale. Pause. And with a long exhale, rib cage drops down towards your pelvis. Engage your lower abdomen and lift it all back up. Continue here. Movement matches the rhythm of your breath. Slow and controlled movements. Bring your knees into your chest and hold on to your shins. With a flick of the ankles, rock up to your seat. See if you can balance on your sitting bones. Lengthen your spine. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Now round your spine and rock back. Rocking back and forth the length of your spine a few more times. Pausing as you roll forward, engaging the belly to help you balance, and smoothly rolling back with control. As you rock forward, cross at your shins, hands come to the floor, and roll over your legs, coming into a kneeling position. Place your hands on your knees. Draw your chest forward and breathe in, bending at the elbows. As you breathe out, rounding your spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. Engage your abdomen towards your spine. Arms are straightening. Again, inhaling, chest draws forward, lifting the chin. Elbows are bending. Exhaling, straighten the arms. Spine is rounding. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Continue moving your spine forward and back. Your spine is like a wave. Come to a neutral spine. Interlace your fingers and lift your arms over your head. Palms face the sky. Take a full breath in here. And as you breathe out, round the spine, move the arms forward and press the palms away. Inhaling, arms are lifting. Exhaling, arms reach forward. From here, bring your hands to the floor by your knees. Tuck your toes under and push yourself back with control to a squat. Chest to thighs, Arms reach forward to counter the balance. Pause here. Slowly lower your seat to the floor. Lift your legs for Navasana, boat pose. Legs can be straight or bent. Arms reach forward. Engage your legs together and point your toes. Draw your navel up and in, and balance on the center of your sitting bones. Chest lifts, lengthen your spine, and hold here for about 5 rounds of breath. Bend your knees, cross at the shins, and roll over your shins, coming back to a kneeling position. Bring your hands behind you, come to the fingertips, and lift your hips and thighs for a modified Ustrasana, camel pose. You can keep your chin towards your chest or let your head relax back. Gently press with the fingertips as you lift your chest and move your hips forward. Full breath in and a full breath out. Release your hips. Bring your hands forward, tucking your toes, and again landing on the soles of your feet, coming into the squat. Arms reach forward to counter the balance. Pause to get your balance, and then slowly landing on your seat for Navasana. 5 breaths. Bend the knees, cross the shins, and coming back to your sitting position. Crawl the hands behind you. Lift your hips for camel pose. And take a full breath in and a full breath out. And again, preparing for the squat, tuck the toes and roll back. Take your time to get the balance on your feet and slowly lower your seat, lifting the legs, and hold for 5 breaths in Navasana. Bending the knees, crossing the shins, and sit back onto your heels. Another modified camel pose, fingertips behind you, move the hips forward and lift the chest. Long breath out. And find your way into a tabletop position. Shoulders over the heels of your hands, hips over your knees. Find a neutral spine to start, tailbone draws back, crown of the head forward. Inhaling for the cow pose, gazing up, lift the chest, drop the belly, and draw the tailbone up. Exhaling for the cat, lower your head, gazing at your navel, round the spine and press the floor away. Again, inhaling for the cow, shoulder blades draw in, collarbones lift, tailbone lifts. Exhaling for the cat, shoulders move away from the spine, tailbone drops, and gaze is toward your navel. Enjoy. Come to a neutral spine. Walk your hands slightly forward of your shoulders. Tuck your toes and press your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Feet are about hips width apart. Inner thighs are internally rotating. Shoulders move away from the ears as your upper outer arms wrap forward. Pause here. Inhaling for 1. Inhaling for 2. Notice as the exhale emerges, your belly draws in and pelvic floor lifts. Inhaling for 3. Inhaling for 4. And inhaling for 5. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and draw your chest and ribs towards your thighs. Allow the shoulders to move towards your ears now. Hips are lifting as you bring the ribs closer to your thighs. Come forward to the plank pose. Shoulders come slightly forward of the wrists. Engage the abdomen. Tailbone lengthens towards your heels. Strong legs. Push the heels back. Begin to bend the elbows back and slowly with control lower down to your belly for the count of 5. Arms graze the ribs as you lower for 4. Strong legs for 3. Gaze is forward for 2. And 1 to the floor. Untuck your toes, press down with the tops of your feet. Lift the shins and press down with your pelvis as you lift your chest. Inhaling for baby cobra. Lift the palms, gaze is forward, and exhale, lower your chest down to the floor. Again, inhaling, press down with the feet and lift your chest. Stay for the exhale. 1 more breath in. And exhale, lower your chest down to the floor. Plant your palms, tuck the toes, engage your legs. As you breathe in, lift up to the plank pose. And as you breathe out, press your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Let your head relax. Let your neck soften. 5 breaths. On your inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, draw your chest towards your thighs as you exhale. Inhale, come forward to the plank pose, and very slowly lower down to your belly for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling, baby cobra, root down with the tops of your feet. Lift your chest, draw the shoulder blades together. Find a little space between the palms and the floor. Breathe freely here and pause. On your next exhale, lower your chest down. Tuck the toes and press up to plank on the inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Bring your feet together. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. And as you exhale, draw your right knee towards your chest and pause. Can you lift the knee a little bit higher? And without lifting your hips, bring your shoulders over the heels of your hands. And then very lightly step your right foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee down. Untuck your back toes. Top of the foot roots down and the toes point back. Lift your back knee up, drop your head, and find flexion in your spine. Press down with the top of your foot. Hold for 1 more breath, and lower your back knee down. Palms are flat. Curl your back toes under. Full breath in. As you breathe out, step your left foot forward to meet your right. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. Arms lift. Press the palms over your head and gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, followed by your right, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come to your plank pose. As you exhale, lower down, chaturanga. On the inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. If you're an upward facing dog, move the shoulders back and down away from your ears. Lift through the chest. Press down with the tops of your feet as you lift the thighs away from the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhaling, lift your left leg up and back. On the exhale, draw your knee towards your chest. Pause. Lift the knee a little bit higher. Shoulders are over the heels of your hands. Lightly step your foot in between your hands. Lower your right knee down. Untuck your back toes. Top of the foot roots down and toes point back. Lift your back knee up. Drop your head and find flexion in your spine. Press down with the top of your foot a little bit more. Hold for one more breath. And lower your back knee down. Curl your back toes under. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step your right foot forward to meet your left. Inhale, find the length in your spine. Exhale, fold forward, let the neck relax. Inhale, rise up to stand, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find the length. Exhale, step your right foot back, followed by your left, downward facing dog. Come forward to the plank pose on the inhale. Lower down, chaturanga on the exhale, shoulders to the height of the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or a cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Again, feet together, right leg lifts, breathe in. As you breathe out, right knee to chest, pull the belly in to lift the knee a little bit higher, hips stay level towards the floor, and gently step the foot forward. Lower the back knee, untuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. Lower the knee, tuck the back toes, inhale to prepare, and exhale, step left foot forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down with your feet as you rise up to stand, lifting the arms, gazing up. And exhale, fold back down, belly stays engaged. Bring your hands to the outsides of your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, then your right foot to downward facing dog. Coming forward to the plank pose on your in-breath. Chaturanga on the out-breath. Up dog on the inhale. Down dog on the exhale. Feet together. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest. Step the foot forward. Lower the back knee down. Untuck the back toes. Press down with the top of your foot. Lift the back knee up and round the spine. Lower the knee. Tuck the back toes under. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, step the right foot forward to meet your left. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, then your left, downward facing dog. One more vinyasa here, coming forward to the plank pose on the inhale. Chaturanga on the exhale. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Bring your feet together. Lift your right leg up and back. Open the hips to the right, stacking your right hip over your left, pointing your right foot. Now bend your right knee, heel towards your glute, feel your hamstrings engage. Straighten the leg and square off your hips. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Place your right hand in front of your right foot or further to the side. Your fingers can be tented or your hand can be flat on the ground. Bring your left hand to your left hip and open your chest to the left. Slowly with control, lift your back leg up for half moon. You may find you'll have better balance with your right hand off to the side of your right foot. But for a little challenge, try the balance with your hand aligned in front of your foot. Flex the left foot, press through the heel, and engage that leg. Root down with your right foot, specifically the right big toe. Engage your right quadricep and gaze towards the floor. When you have the balance, you can look up towards the sky and maybe lift your left arm. Put a little smile on your face and enjoy. Steady your gaze towards your hand. Breathe freely here. Turn your gaze down. Lower your left arm and level your hips for a half split. You can bend your bottom leg slightly. Let your neck relax and drop your head. Gaze at your bottom foot. If handstands are in your practice, you can take one here. To get there, hop your right foot back about a foot. Bend your right knee. As you press down with your right foot, kick up with your lifted leg. Bring your weight into your fingertips, and if you don't get it on the first try, you have plenty of time to practice here. Once you've found the balance, legs can come together, or to help you balance in air, you can split the legs. Continue to press the floor away with your hands, engage your belly, and firm up your legs. When you're ready, with control, slowly lower your right foot down. Come back to the half split. Let your neck soften, relax your head. From here, bend your left knee and lower your left leg behind your right. The back of your right foot connects to your left thigh. As you come down to your seat for a twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Place your right hand behind you and wrap your left arm around your right leg. First, fine lengthen your spine. Lift through the crown of your head and move the right shoulder back. Imagine your spine is like a pillar drawing up. Root down with your right hip. Stay here and enjoy. Or if you'd like to go further, lift your left arm to the sky and breathe in. As you breathe out, round your spine to create a little bit of space and hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee or thigh. Breathe in, find the length, and as you breathe out, rotate your chest towards your leg. Enjoy for a few more breaths here. To release, unhook your left arm, bring your hands to frame your front foot, lift your hips up and back, and step back to down dog. Come forward to your plank pose as you breathe in. Chaturanga as you breathe out. Inhaling for the up dog. And exhaling back to downward facing dog. Settle your gaze. Settle your breath. Bring your feet together and lift your left leg. Open the hip and point your left foot. Bend your knee and move your left heel closer to your glute. Straighten the leg and square off your hips. Step your left foot forward. And from here, place your left hand in front of your left foot or off to the side. Right hand comes to your right hip. Open your chest to the right. And slowly with control, lift your back leg up for half moon. Pay attention to the flying leg. Flex through the right foot and engage the leg. Root down with your left big toe. Find the balance, and when you're ready, look up towards the sky and lift your right arm. Steady your gaze towards your hand. You're breathing freely here. Lower your right arm down. Level your hips for a half split. Let your neck relax and drop your head. You can stay here, or to prepare for your handstand, hop your left foot back about a foot. Bend your left knee. Kick up with your lifted leg and find the balance. When you're ready, with control, slowly lower your left foot down and come back to the half split. From here, bend your right knee and lower your right knee behind your left. The back of your left foot connects to your right thigh as you come down to your seat for your twist. Place your left hand behind you and wrap your right arm around your left leg. Find the length to begin. Lifting through the crown of your head, moving the left shoulder back. If you'd like to go deeper, lift your right arm, full breath in, find space in the ribs. As you breathe out, rounding your spine slightly and hooking your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Inhaling, lifting through the crown of the head. Exhaling, rotating the chest open, left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Enjoy for a few more breaths. Gently release the twist and find your way back to downward facing dog. Option to take a vinyasa here. Moving forward to the plank pose on the breath in. Chaturanga on the breath out. Inhale for your up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, bring your feet together and lift your right leg up. Open up your hip and bend your knee. Straighten your leg and square off your hips. Bring your right knee towards your chest. Hold here. Find your pigeon pose. Bring the shin towards the floor. The right knee can move out to the side. Lower your hips and pelvis down. Take your time to settle into the posture. Walk your hands back to the sides of your hips and lift your chest. Now walk your hands forward, bending the elbows out to the sides. And like a wave, begin to round your spine and lower your head to the floor. Breathing in, draw the shoulder blades together and lift your chin, finding length in your spine as you lift up like cow pose. Exhaling, rounding the spine, lowering your forehead to the floor. And again, inhaling, lifting your forehead up and lifting your chest. Move freely here, connecting your breath to the movement of your torso. As you lift your chest, walk your hands forward and relax into the pose. Your breath is slow and smooth. Let your forehead relax on your forearms. Bring awareness to where there's any tension and stiffness and relax into it. When you're ready, lift your chest, palms to the floor, tuck your back toes under, and step back to downward facing dog. Bring your feet together and lift your left leg up. Open up your hip and bend your knee. Straighten your leg and square off your hips. And bring your left knee forward towards your chest. Hold here. Moving into your half pigeon when you're ready. Your left knee moves out to the side, and your left foot can move toward your pelvis. Take your time to settle into the pose. Your back toes are pointing straight back. Walk your hands back to the sides of your hips, the fingers tented. Lift your chest. Now walk your hands forward and bend the elbows. We'll find the undulation of the spine, rounding your spine and lowering your forehead to the floor as you breathe out. Inhaling, lifting the chest. And exhaling, rounding the spine as you lower your forehead down. Moving freely here. As you lift your chest, walk your hands forward and relax. Let your forehead rest on your forearms. Take any other movements that your body needs. And your breath is effortless. Become aware of your body breathing and relax into any sensations. And when you're ready, find your way back to downward facing dog. Bring your feet together and look forward. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and hop your feet to the outside of your hands. And coming into Malasana. Toes can point out. Press your arms into the inner thighs and move from side to side. Find a little space. From here, press your left arm into the inner left thigh and straighten your left arm. Fingertips graze the floor. Place your right hand gently on your knee and encourage the knee to move out. Turn your chest towards the right and breathe freely. Press the back of your right arm into the inner right thigh. Fingertips graze the floor. The left hand gently presses against the knee. Slow breaths. Release and find your way onto your seat. for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Flexing through the feet, lift your arms, take a full breath in. As you breathe out, fold over your legs. Your hands can come down to either sides of your feet, or you can hold on to the outer edges of your feet. Relax your neck. As you breathe in, find a little space, find a little length. And as you exhale, maybe bring your forehead towards your shins. From here, upright your torso, reach your arms forward, and very slowly with control, rounding your spine, lower all the way down to your back. Arms by your sides, bending your knees and plant your feet. Prepare for your bridge pose, rooting down with your feet in the backs of your arms as you lift your hips, thighs pressed towards the sky. Move your shoulders closer together, and you can interlace your fingers underneath you. Press down gently with the back of your head rather than your neck. Lift a little higher, breathing freely here. And when you're ready, you can lower all the way down. Once more, feet press down and hips lift. Engaging your glutes, and feel the hamstrings engage as you energetically move the heels towards your shoulders. One more breath in. Stay for the breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. And when you're ready, slowly lower down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh and draw your legs towards your chest. Holding on to the knee and the foot, the right foot is flexed. As you move your shin closer towards you, use your hip to move the right knee away from you. Feel the outer hip open and relax here. You can shift your weight from side to side. Soften the muscles of your face and enjoy. And bring your feet back down to the floor. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, and again, draw your legs towards your chest. Flexing through the left foot. Move your legs a little bit closer. Again, use your hip to move the left knee away from you. Feel the outer left hip open. Notice your body breathing and enjoy. And when you're ready, bring your feet back to the floor and find your way into Shavasana, or whichever posture you feel is your resting pose. As you relax here, begin to deepen your breath. If you'd like to put a measure to your breath, count to 4 on the inhale and 5 on the exhale. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. And thank yourself for carving out the time and space for your practice today.